You know what I've recently watched this video right by Fern. Go watch Fern, bro. He's a fucking goated YouTuber. He does like 3D animation, like render video essays, and there was one where he talks about how the CIA did real life animal testings.
Yeah.
Where they tested on crows, pigeons, dolphins, and cats. Let me tell you something. Watching this video, I was like, these crows, man. These crows are gonna be the fucking life. They're either gonna be like our next like revolutionary tool, like the wheel, or they're gonna be like the death of us or some bullshit. Because with the crows, they tried to like use crows as like listening devices. So what they would do is they would teach a crow that would plant like rocks as like decoys to be like, oh, I'm gonna make my little nest here right now. But in reality, the nests and the rocks are just listening devices. So they would use like laser pointers, and then the crow would be like, put it right there, and then they would do it over and over again. And what was so fucking dope about them training the crow is that this crow that they were training, I forgot his fucking name. He was a goat. Unironically, he was a goat because he flew the farthest. He somehow 1v5'd wild crows out in the ocean. And then he was like, yeah, I'm just him. But then he got fucking killed by the same crows. So rest in peace, that dude.
They
Jumped him. They basically did. And what's funny is that the way they jumped him is that, you know how crows can recognize patterns and shit?
Yeah.
He was like, I know these fuckers gonna fight me right here, so let me just take a different route. And then the wild crows were like, bro, we're the same tree. And then they all jumped him like in different parts, and rest his soul. And then with pigeons, they put cameras on them. So they strapped GoPros onto them, and they would let's just say they would try to spy, like let's say I'm fucking John Gotti, the fucking mafia boss. They would just make the pigeons fly over his area, and then after they flew over him, they would try to put like treats and shit over his like house or some shit.
Yeah.
To be like, okay, after you got here, come over here so you can get your treat. So they would incentivize them. And then they use dolphins. And guess what they use dolphins for? Or what they tried to use dolphins for?
Sonar?
That too. They tried to use like sonars and shit with them. But they also tried to train them by making them plant bombs onto submarines. So they would literally have a dolphin like strapped with the fucking bomb onto them, or dragging onto them.
Yeah.
Tell them where to go, and then the dolphin would just be like, and then just swim away, and then bam, the fucking bomb would go off on the submarine. And then they trained cats, which was, honest to God, this is some inhumane shit, but they said it was humane. Don't worry about it. They used cats as listening devices by implanting a antenna into their tail and implanting a microphone into their fucking head.
Get the
So
fuck
they
out
basically opened this imagine they opened up the damn neighborhood can. They're like,
That's
right,
probably what they did.
Wait, take him out.
Think about it, bro.
I was like, what the fuck?
That fucking cat stays outside our door, bro. Is that coincidence?
I don't know, man. That motherfucker.
You never see that fucking cat anywhere else except our fucking door.
He's listening, bro. That motherfucker listening.
He probably already knows my pattern, dog.
Mm-mm.
And that's probably why the crows were trying to jump him. They were trying to save us.
Fuck, dude. And
Or her, actually. They were trying to jump her.
And that shit is just fucking insane because the place they were training the crow was in some fucking place in California. It's like one of the islands of California. And I'm
California has islands?
but they have like little miniature islands out like in the coast.
Get the fuck out of here. Did they
And
really?
then California has like some little like islands and shit.
I never
They're
knew
not
that.
like islands, but they're like bodies of land and shit. And then I was like, dude, what if these are the black sites, bro? The black sites of the EIA, of the CIA that are never told to us and shit, dude. Because then I'm like,
Probably.
what the fuck?
You know something I never understood? The Bermuda Triangle.
That shit is
I
freaky.
never understood that.
Freaky
I've
as
heard
fuck.
about that years ago. I remember years ago. I still remember I was a wee little lad.
Mm.
I think it was like 6th grade, maybe like 3rd, 4th. I think it was like, I think it was like 6th grade. I remember hearing something about the Bermuda Triangle.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I went into a whole fucking rabbit hole and talking about aliens and all this other shit. But that's a weird thing. Oh, I remember now. It was in a movie. What is it? Center of the Planet of the Earth or something like that.
What the fuck?
Fuck, it was a movie with like that one guy that comes out in The Mummy. That
I
five
don't
fuck.
fucking know.
What's his name?
I don't know.
He was bad, bro. He's the main actor in the movie The Mummy.
Indiana Jones,
No, bro, he came back. He did a comeback.
I don't fucking know, dude.
He played that one character called the Whale in the movie The Whale.
Nah, bro.
Fuck, what is his name?
You lost me, bro.
Jason Statham. No, it's not Jason Statham.
That's the bald dude.
I forgot his name, but he was big in the 90s and stuff. He did a movie called Center of the Planet of the Earth or something like that. And they like went into like the Bermuda Triangle and like it was just a fucking hurricane, but then they got like sucked in the hurricane, like a whirlpool, and then it took him to the center of the earth, but then there was a whole fucking different earth thing in the center of the earth, and it's weird. It's weird.
And then the reason why they stopped doing a lot of these tests was because like one, it was cost effective.
Oh, duh.
And then two, it was just like it's really just hard to train a fucking wild animal and shit. And then guess how much money it cost with the cat and the implants and shit?
Probably like $1 million.
At that time, think about it like this: they were doing a lot of this shit in the late 90s.
Damn.
And that fucking cat that they implanted and shit, it supposedly cost them $25 million at that time.
Get the fuck out of here for what, dude?
To implant the cat with all this bullshit and stuff, dude. And then in my head, I was like, is the antenna like the shit? Are they like listening from the fucking stratosphere or some bullshit or what?
Yeah, it has to be some good quality microphones.
And I was like, bro, and I think with the cat, they were trying to spy on some Eastern motherfuckers like Russians or somebody in the East. And I'm like, bro, are they listening from like Area 51 and the antenna's like directly communicating with an antenna at that point? I was like, what the fuck?
That's something I want to do in my lifetime.
Like
something I want to do in my lifetime is I want to go inside Area 51 and see what all the fuss is about. You know?
Yeah. I mean,
like what if Area 51 is just like not what the hype is about, you know?
It probably is.
What if it's just what if it's just like a bar for like the army or something?
Who knows, man?
You ever think about that?
Probably.
Like, what if it's a bar? I also heard though that the B-52 or no, the stealth bomber,
the flying Dorito,
was technically reverse engineered from a alien spacecraft.
Dude,
I could be wrong, but think about it. It looks very UFO-y.
I mean,
and for you not to hear it until it's like
right over you, basically.
Basically right over you.
There is like a law there's this weird law where. Like this is one of the two laws where if you can hear something from afar, it's louder towards you, or it gets quieter towards you, but it gets louder as it goes away. But then the B2 is like the complete fucking opposite or some shit. I still remember.
They used to say that thing about the T-Rex, or no, about the Wendigo too. What the fuck? Like if you could hear a Wendigo from far away, like if you hear, like for example, there was a video on TikTok that I saw that said that this guy owned a barn. And he started hearing a female screaming help, but he heard it really far away. And then in the comments it said, the farther you hear, the farther that you hear it, or no, how does it? The quieter it is, the closer it is to you.
Some shit like that. And I still remember it, man.
Yeah,
that's some weird shit.
And then the louder it is. No, the louder it is, the quieter it is closer to you. The louder it is farther away from you.
Yeah, something like that. It's like some weird law with like sound and shit and distance.
Or maybe I'm saying that backwards.
It might be. But I still remember, man, if y'all ever experienced a B2 in person and how low it was to us that day, I don't think you were there that day.
Oh, I've seen it though.
Dude, but the way that shit was close to the goddamn house, dude, I still describe it as being able to jump and touch it. Because the way that shit was closed down, and I think it was two of them that flew above us. My dog, I deadass thought we were gonna die because the whole fucking house started shaking. Like deadass, I fucking saw my base going like, it was like an earthquake. It literally started shaking like this. I was like, what the fuck was that? And then the neighbors were like, did y'all hear that? I was like, yeah. And all I hear is, and I just see the stealth bar go, and I was like, holy fuck.
You should have started screaming, Allahu Akbar.
Oh my God.
Allah.
I'm like,
but you
fuck.
know, I think the United States is the only country in the world that has a B-52. Or is it called a B-52?
It's a B2.
Or a B-2.
A B2 bomber.
I'm thinking about the fucking Black Ops B-52 bomber.
That one was really nice. The fucking, that B-52 fucking. That
but another thing too that actually is really dope that I heard was like the only time that you could hear it is when you know that it missed is the Warhog.
Oh, the Warhog.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Warhogs.
The fucking burr.
Yeah, the burr.
That shit is so sick. I still don't, man. Because every time you see footage of it, you see like the smoke coming out from the Gatling gun, and then you hear like the brrr. I'm like, that's fucking weird. That's so cool.
I heard it for the first time. Not in real life, but like a real life one. And I was like, and it brought me back to fucking what was the game that had it? Black Ops 2, no? I think it had a Warhog.
No, it wasn't. No, BO2 had no. You said Black Ops or Black Ops 2?
Black Ops 2.
Black Ops 2 had the Warhog, like the fucking like the big ass ship with like the two spinning shits on the side. I think I had that one.
No, that's the VTOL warship.
Yeah, the VTOL. There you go. They had the VTOL.
There was a game. There was a Call of Duty game that had the Warhog. I think it was Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 had the Warhog, and then like you would call it in, and all you hear is the little coming in and coming out.
Oh yeah,
it was Black Ops 2.
It was either that one or BO1.
No, it was Black Ops 2 because Black Ops 1 was like then in like the.
I feel like it was one of those two games. Though. I feel like it was one of those two games.
Yeah, no, it was Black Ops. I think it was Black Ops 2.
That shit was so fire.
When I heard it, I actually saw footage of it, like in a testing military ground or something like that. And I heard it, and I was like, "Damn, that actually sounds really fucking dope, like really dope."
And the way that shit sounds like an open field, and it just sounds so fucking scary too. And then real quick with the fucking with that whole animal testing shit, recently, some fucking students or some bitches in MIT. At a college in MIT, I don't know where the fuck. That's like a Michigan college, probably. They managed to basically make a moth a actual like surveillance drone. So they've actually managed to like control the motherfucker like a goddamn RC, like a damn RC plane, dude.
Well, why?
Like, what the fuck?
Why don't they just make drones like that though?
Maybe because like I don't know, but it was kind of fucked up because they did explain that even with the slightest gust of wind, it would just go like, it would just die, blow up on the fucking on site. So it was high risk, high reward, extremely high risk, and no, it was like extremely low risk, no high risk, but with damn near the worst payoff of all time. But what's funny is
high risk, low reward.
But what's funny about the cat is that they took off all the implants and they just released it.
Oh! Fuck, man, I'm tired.
Imagine buying a cat that's like, yes, this cat was used in a CIA operative black site, but he's no longer implanted, as you can see in these x-rays.
Nah, I would have been like, I don't trust it.
I don't trust it. You could keep him, bro.
I want something else. Give me another cat, because I don't trust it.